myself on the floor. When the man with the power and the dollar says you ain't worth a cent, and your wings won't fly and your words won't flow. You can't force a smile and they won't leave you alone. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, flavor together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Oh, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. I know a woman with a lion's heart and a pretty blue dress with a shopping cart. Head full of dreams, gonna change the world. Got a body of work they say won't sell, and a way with words which she won't tell. I see the light in you, let it shine again. 'Cause you were born for the fire, raised by the storm, flavor together, loud and in fun. Heart full of country, soul full of grit. We don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. Oh, we don't run, we rise, and we don't quit. We don't.
Good morning, Patriot.
I just realized I don't have my coffee. I left it downstairs. Well, I left it in the car. So
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. I'll make it
It's
through.
gonna be one of those days, to be honest with you. It is a little somber today. I just want to start out with just saying a prayer,
Yes.
giving a prayer to Perez
Perez
Hilton
Hilton.
and his family as they go through this tough time, guys. I don't know if it's mental health illness or if it's demonic, just whatever it is coming across throughout this nation and throughout the world. It's very disheartening to see, people go through things like that, and feeling like that is the only other option. So,
And I from the reports that I was seeing, was that he's in medical care now,
Right, yeah.
so he's around loved ones. But if you're not familiar, they just reported it as an incident. Not sure if it's self-harm or what.
no, for sure, it's definitely self-harm. Don't watch the video.
But
It's extremely graphic. Do not watch it. Do not watch it. It is not good. I don't know why even TikTok had it up for as long as it did. It was up for 30 minutes and it just was not great. And I hope that they've taken it down by now. No one should be able to see something like that. I think there's someone that I think I've been watching as they've been kind of divulging some of this information. She's like, I love, like, not love, but she's like, I've seen graphic horror movies. She's like, nothing I've seen it could have prepared me for that. So do not, telling you right now, do not watch it. But please pray for her.
But pray. Oof, yes, it is somber and heavy. I really hope so. And Patriot family, that's why we sometimes, you don't realize how much you need other people. We consider ourselves largely independent. Like, we just like to do things on our own, but then sometimes you can get isolated, and those isolated moments are when you really need that loved one to reach out and go, nope, I'm coming over. I'm here. So we're here for you. We're the spoonful of sugar that will help the current events go down. So, Allie, today we're going to talk a little bit about another thwarted attack potentially on President Trump.
Who knows at this point now? I don't even know how many there's been.
I stopped counting. We'll also touch base on the Michigan governor's race. You and I were talking about that the other day. And Mrs. Fauci.
Yeah, we touched on her. Yesterday.
So I think, they say behind every successful man is a great woman. Well, I wonder if behind every narcissistic crazy man, there's an even crazier woman.
I bet.
All right, guys, let's get ready to open that mic.
Get out of pocket.
Two queens, no filter, say what they feel. Allie and Michelle, keep it way too real. Politics, family, yeah, we go there. If it's out of line, we don't care. It's out of pocket. It's out of pocket.
Seeing that little clip with conservative aunt the other day, I was somehow it came up like on my feed. We must have a year ago been at Patriot Gear because it was like, here's your memory from a year ago, but it was where you're holding the albino alligator. They've got the mouth taped shut. But guys, it's just like Scotch tape. It's not even like
It's not
the heavy
electrical tape, and they can't.
it wasn't, dude, look at it. It's not electrical tape. It was like, listen, it's like somebody just put a cute sticker around it. But anyway, she's holding by the head and she's kissing it. She's kissing it on the top of the head.
I'm loca.
And I'm holding the tip of the tail. And they're like, kiss it. I'm like, no.
She didn't even want to touch it, bro. It's so funny. It's insane.
We
But
love you, conservative ants.
I mean, he actually called Mondami. You know,
He said Mondami hung up on him.
It's like, you gotta touch. It's the 6, but it's a long hold because it's easier to get through. I love him. He is one of
Love
my
you, Aunt.
favorite content creators. It's hilarious. And if he's like talking, saying that, well, we know how you feel about Italians. And then he's like, prosciutto. I mean, prosciutto on cheese. It's like, pig. I'm dying. I can't. I absolutely. He's like, what was it? Was it the pig?
Was it the
Was it prosciutto that got him to hang up? Or was it the IDs?
Oh,
'Cause
jeez.
that's what the whole concept is about. Guys, if you're not following
Conservative aunt.
please do so. Will not.
And what
be sad about it.
when we sat down with him last time, he said one of the things that he doesn't do that some people do is sort of this gatekeeping. Like it's like when you're successful or when a door opens for you, they kind of gatekeep. He's like, I don't do that. Like and that's one of the things that, I mean, we saw it when we were at Turning Point. People just going out of their way to help you. Conservative aunt's another one of those. Like you.
There's not many. It really isn't. And when you do find those people, hold on tight to them.
Hold on tight, tether to them. Absolutely. So guys, there was breaking news yesterday. Let's roll the clip and then we'll talk about it.
We're just learning tonight of a frightening incident Sunday at President Trump's National Golf Course in Rancho Palos Verdes, California. Plainclothes federal agents said that they spotted a man walking the grounds, taking pictures and recording videos appearing to monitor security planning activities. After detaining the 38-year-old suspect, deputies found hollow point ammunition in his pocket and a loaded pistol in his car. In a search of his home, investigators then uncovered more firearms, body armor, and multiple notebooks containing, quote, concerning statements. The FBI and Secret Service are continuing their investigation while the suspect remains in custody. He's been charged with carrying a concealed firearm and possessing prohibited ammunition.
Ridiculous.
This is in LA, outside Trump National Golf Club, where he was set to, I don't know if it was later that day or the next day. He was meant to be there. So yeah, somebody just snooping around, taking pictures, taking notes. I mean, what is with the crazy left and writing stuff down? Like you got Fauci's diary, you got manifestos when these people are mass shooters and they write everything. It's kind of narcissistic.
I'm glad that they do, because now we have proof and we can hold it. It's not hearsay. It's not conjecture. It's their own words. So keep writing things down. But could you please stop trying to assassinate my president?
Yeah. Thank you. Well, guys, this is what it looked like. Breaking news. I just want to read a little bit of this. They say a 38-year-old, we're not going to say his name, was carrying a loaded pistol, ammunition, 16-round magazine. A search of his home uncovered additional firearms, body armor, high-capacity magazines, ammunition, and notebooks containing what investigators describe as concerning statements. He was taken into custody before the president arrived. And Secret Service is.
I have an issue with how this was reported. I'm going to tell you why.
Good, go.
Notice how they go into depth on on the weapons he was carrying, but not the statements he had written down.
Oh, very good, Allie. Yeah.
It's not the weapons that are the problem. It's the mindset. That's the problem. So when you focus or hyper-focus on the weapons used, you automatically turn everybody's attention to the weapon. Oh, it's the weapon choice. It's this. It's the outside. That's not the cause. The cause is the internalized inner dialogue that's happening. It's the mental situation that is in their mind,
Yeah.
right? It is that. So if we're not going to discuss what's written in the document or in paper or in the manifesto or in the journal, diary, whatever you want to call it,
Right.
why are we also going through what weapons he's
Yeah.
trying to use? We all know if you're trying to assassinate a president, we all know the weapon's most likely going to be a gun. You're not
Right.
going to try and assassinate the highest guarded person in the United States with a machete. It's
Right.
not possible.
It's not happening.
You're not going to do
Right.
that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Like you will do that with a firearm. However, what we need to be focused on is what is written down. What are these concern statements? Because this is the kind of conversation that needs to be had. We need to have someone who is on boots on ground, not that can handle firearms and ballistics, but we need to have somebody that is psychologically aware, who can
Yes.
psychologically analyze these
Good
kinds
stuff.
of people. It's the reason why we have oh my gosh. Do you remember the TV show Blacklist?
Yes.
Where she was a psychologist.
Yes.
She worked for the FBI.
And they have them in the
they're profilers.
Yes,
There's a
profiling.
reason why we have psychological profilers, and that is something that needs to be talked about.
And you know, Allie, I'm glad you brought that up. It's insightful, but it's now that I think back, it's not just this case. Think about some of these school
Every
shootings.
case.
Well, the school, I think about, and because I can't let it rest because we have no information about it. Not only Butler, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And Thomas Crooks. And we know nothing still about him. Again, the person who shot the president's ear.
Yep.
Still don't know much about him. Like I know more about the 9/11 hijackers. We don't. Well, learn that later. Anyway, but there's this one
was just
school shooting that was. I'm saying I don't want to wait 20 years. But the one shooting that took place in Nashville, it was at a Christian school, and the shooter, we learned that the shooter was trans and had this whole manifesto and had gone to had searched other schools and really was finding the softest target.
Yep.
But nobody really reported that. Like you had to dig to find that information. If you're really interested in solving this issue, you have to talk about the main issue, right?
To have a psych profiler that is able. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And why are you not on TV making your rounds, having these conversations about what you think is actually going on in your professional psychological opinion? Because there is a connection here when it comes to mental illness, when it comes to what words are being spoken, when it comes to what is being written. There's a common thread that needs to be threaded through all these needles.
Yeah.
In order for them to come to an understanding of what is causing these people to decide to want to assassinate someone.
Right.
Whether it's a president, whether it's a leader like Charlie Kirk,
Right.
or whether it's going after a school that's a soft target with no security guards and no weapons. Because it's not the weapon.
Well, and here's the issue, Allie. I think if the media, mainstream media, is honest about this and is actually doing their job, they would have to admit that they're culpable in this. Because when you continually put out this messaging, not just that you don't agree with the president, you don't agree with XYZ policy, you can't wait for another election, but when you come out and talk about him being somebody that's going to kill democracy in this country, first of all, you're misinforming all of the people about all the things. But the rhetoric has been so dialed up from the mainstream media, from the left, from leftist influencers, if you want to call them that. I don't know. Everybody in that's a leftist in Hollywood. If you listen to the rhetoric, Robert De Niro, like you listen to them, it's completely. They would be culpable with something that's happening.
And that's why I think a psych profiler should come out and discuss what is actually happening behind this, because that's the meat and potatoes. That's the big potatoes. If you've seen Spider-Man, that's the big potatoes, not the small potatoes. The big potatoes. I love that movie, by the way.
Little
It
Easter egg.
was so good.
I haven't seen it yet. I know. I'm gonna see it. Well, guys, keep it locked here for all the latest. And I was searching. Aside from local Los Angeles stations that covered it while it was happening, very few stations continue to talk about it.
Of course.
Because they believe that if you talk about it, you're like romanticizing it, and that there's gonna be copycats. No,
This is what bothers me about it too. We have experts about freaking everything. Why are you going to interview a firearms expert when you need to be interviewing a psych expert?
We need to have experts in Trent Arrangement syndrome.
That part. And why? is somebody studying this? Maybe I should. Maybe I should just leave politics and study Trump derangement syndrome with a few of, I don't know, some others, because this is insanity, literally.
Insanity. Keep it locked here. We'll keep you up to date on all of the latest in that. So we're looking forward. Update. We got it from
Oh, in person. So that's a felony.
So he was
impersonating a state
department security agent
State Department security agent. That's a felony.
in California, because you know all that, like they don't check anything.
No, check ID. That's
I would stop traveling to
Oh, that's
California
insane.
if I was the president. Listen,
you.
you know how we had to return the plane back to Qatar, which I told you not to get on in the first place? Like, why were we putting our president on a plane from somebody that used no, nobody listens. Nobody listens. They just look at the lipstick and heels. They don't listen.
Or in that case, the gold and the red, white, blue. I don't know.
Oh Lord.
I
Okay.
just-
Mike. It's true though. Okay, gosh.
Everything that glitters ain't gold, y'all. And everything that smiles in a well-tailored suit ain't good for you either. Anyway, next. Michigan governor's race.
we are looking forward to a lot of things. We're looking forward to the primaries, right? And we're talking about not just your primaries locally, but obviously then your general election in November. Gubernatorial candidates across the nation. We're excited. Michigan has long been blue. I know people like to argue with me. I'm not talking about rural Michigan. I'm talking about the state. The whole state as a whole has been blue. So there's John James, who is a Republican candidate for governor in Michigan. It says here he is surging in the polls. He's a West Point graduate, Army captain, and he's a 2-term congressman with real results. He's surging in the polls. What?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Un momento.
Por favor.
Mira. Okay.
I
Are you
don't-
listening? Because there's a lot of people here in Florida who are like up in arms at the fact that a congressman is running for governor in Florida. Mind you, they completely forget that DeSantis used to be in Congress.
So did Rick Scott.
Right. And
Oh,
then
wait, we went back. Sorry.
when you point that out, it's like you're a sellout. Why?
I just,
Can you prove it? Because what did I sell?
and where's the proof?
Exactly. Because what? I'm sorry.
I-
Anyway,
Well, and here's the thing.
just goes to show.
This is the thing. While I don't want to lose people from Congress,
Yeah.
we better have a bench. They're like, why are we?
There is.
We're bringing more people on, but here's the thing: you've got now John James and Byron Donalds in Florida that are two staunch conservative Republican candidates that are not Blanca.
Yeah, they're not the typical Republicans.
So, where are all my DEI people that want to see black governors across the nation? Or is it not? Is it just party line? Is that what it is? They're not. Where is the NAACP?
Happened to victim mentality.
Is Black Lives Matter? Like,
No.
do these Black Lives Matter? Do you want to see these governors elected, or is it the wrong?
It is. It's the wrong message. But this is the thing. So I'm having conversations with a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, who's saying like there are people that are in their circle that like they can't really have like deep conversations with because they have this victim mentality.
Hmm.
But you have a master's degree. You're 20 in your 20s. You're like really well off. You have your own business. Like you're making really good money. Like
Yeah.
you drive an expensive car. You live on your own.
Right.
You don't really have like debt that you have to like, you know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
bogging you down. You live in a good neighborhood, and yet you still have this victimhood mentality, like,
Mm.
oh, the white man's keeping me down. But then, like, how? And when you try to bring it up, like, but I mean, try that 60 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, try that 60 years ago and see where you would have gotten. You would have had to have tried 100 times harder almost to get to where you are now. And then we see that we have Black Republicans across the nation that are
Yeah.
serving in government. We have, we have John James, who's most likely going to be governor of Michigan, which is
Gonna be so amazing.
I mean, and then we're gonna have Byron Donalds as the
governor of Florida.
Like that is amazing. Everyone thinks that Florida is one of these most racist states. I mean, when I was running for school board, that's all I heard.
Oh yeah.
They're like, girl, you have no idea of what you're getting yourself into. Republicans they hate black people, they hate Spanish people, and we have a horrible history. And I'm like, but you're in a position of power. I don't understand your mindset.
Yeah. How did you get there?
Because
That's like Wesley Hunt in Texas. Like they tried to pull that with him, and he's like, listen, my district, his district in Texas is pro Trump, and more people voted for him in his district than voted for Trump. Yes. What are we gonna do, guys, if we really are that nation that has not 100% because nothing's perfect, but we've recovered from our past?
I mean,
like, do we want to be healed or not? Do we want to be healed or not?
how is that not an example of that? Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Michigan. Do you know how many black people live in Michigan? Not Detroit.
Not-
Michigan.
Well, no, Detroit's mostly okay.
Entiende? Are you
Are you
tracking what I'm saying?
Yes. No, I get it. So
You can run for governor and be a good one.
John James, man, not only a staunch conservative, but former military. He's not going to
West
take
Point.
what?
West
Wow,
Point. You know
West.
how hard it is to get to West Point, bro? It's hard. I think it's actually harder to get into West Point than it is to get to Harvard.
Well, yeah, and it's worth more. I mean, let's be honest with that. I'm sorry.
But this is what merit looks like, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, when you really do work hard and you stand by your principles and your values, I mean, maybe not always, but you don't shortchange people. And you do what is necessary to get to where you want to go. Anything's possible.
Keep it locked.
Anything is possible. Stop with the victim mindset.
Stop with the victim mindset. Exactly, guys. So keep it locked here. We'll be covering as we get into not only the primaries, but into November. We'll be covering all of the headlines. We're excited to see what happens. We have said, Allie, that the White House press team and whoever's on their social media team must be
changing the game in politics. I freaking love it.
It's messaging and it's marketing. And this is the thing that we've been on our local Republican Party on. Like, if you don't get it together on this, on how you message and how you reach the young voters, young families, because they are watching, and they are looking and hungry for proper messaging.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, every time I get a mailer from somebody that is running for office, it goes right to the garbage can. I don't even read it. But you know what I can't get out of when I'm watching streaming, because it's not TV anymore. It's on the TV.
It's CCTV,
but
yeah.
It's streaming, right? So if
Yeah.
I'm listening to YouTube music, or if I just have it's on for whatever reason, it's just like this. It's like in its like auto mode.
Yeah.
I'll get political ads and I can't get out of them. So
Political ads coming to a computer and TV screen near you.
like,
It's
my
true.
God, it's so annoying. But I get it. I get why you
but
do
did
it.
you see Conservative Ant's message though the other day? He was walking into the living room and his friend was like, another one, there's another one on TV. And he was like, listen, y'all, if you're going to make me watch your ads,
At least
would
make
you
me
stop
feel
ripping on each other and start telling me what you're
gonna
going to do?
Exactly. And then stop posting that or posturing that you are endorsed by Trump without saying you're endorsed by Trump, because we all know that Trump endorses only one way. Pictures next to him does not mean an endorsement. Just because you stood next to him when you were a senator or a sitting representative or at one point in one time does not mean that you are endorsed by the man. Just because you may have met him does not mean that you are endorsed by him. Yes, you could align with him and that could show that.
Right.
But at least give me your platform.
Give me your
Show
platform.
me what you were trying to do. And I 1000% agree with that.
Yes. And if you're having to, I mean, attacking your enemy is one thing, but if you're having to attack constantly, then you don't have a platform yourself. Well, take a
And
look.
I get like showing like one photo. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I've met him.
Yeah.
But if that's not, why are you?
Well, there's people that haven't even met him that just put his image next to them.
It's wild. Like, but then you're worried about then you're on your soapbox talking about AI and like your
you
image,
just used AI to
your
put you next to
image,
Trump,
your
which
name.
is illegal, by the way. And when it comes to campaigning, you're not supposed to use AI in your imagery.
It's not true.
It is true. Yep. I just had to write something to the supervisor of elections office, our local elections office, to validate something
Oh,
that was
really?
in fact, and I had to prove that it was built on Canva.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Very interesting.
So you can take, here's what you can
Hey.
do. You can get parts of graphics on AI and then move them to another platform and put them
Yes.
together. But you can, and you better be able to prove it
Your
because
name,
they
image,
are
and likeness.
absolutely. So the White
yeah.
House, Allie, has done this amazing golden
Amazing.
age video. I
Oh,
love it. Let's take a look.
So good.
We come to this place for MAGA to fight, 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 and win, win, win. Because we need that, all of us. The indescribable feeling we get when we hear the national anthem. And stand together, stronger than ever before. Under this administration, we're going somewhere we've never been. We aren't just watching history, we're making it. Rebuilding our country better than ever. A country where we don't do heartbreak, we do victory. An America that is safer, more secure, more prosperous. And any setbacks that stand in our way simply makes the comeback that much sweeter. Welcome to the golden age.
Oh my.
Okay. How much do you love the back of that?
I love it. And the hoodie. And the hoodie.
And the hoodie and the Air Force Ones. Okay,
Yes.
now I may not be a Nike fan because it costs 3 times as much to buy it than it does to make it.
To make it in a
because
sweatshop.
It's in China.
Yeah.
Maybe they should bring it back to America.
They can make them.
Make damn shoes.
Make your own damn.
But I loved it. It's a good ad. And it does. But it's all good because
But
AI's here.
AI's here, and you again, there are places and times that you can use it. You just have to disclose. And I love this, Allie. And doesn't it make? And again, go back to the mentality that you were just talking about not being victim mentality, having a victim mentality. What was the messaging in there? That it's not the heartache that we're focusing on. It's the victory.
In states that have never had a black belt. Can we celebrate the small ones?
We have Democrats serving in the administration that I mean, like iconic Democrats, iconic, like from the Kennedy era. Like we have a Kennedy.
Kennedy.
We have a
back in the
Kennedy.
White House administration, and we can't hear.
Well, we can. Welcome to wrong
Age. I love it. I love it. I love it. No,
golden age.
Oh my God. Oh.
Get ready. I can just see. I can smell the pages of the textbooks that will be printed, calling it the golden age. And then all of the little like patriot kids will be like asking grandma and grandpa why they fought it so hard because they were blinded by this
Watch
liberal
those
agenda.
textbooks be targeted, and then we're called the book banners.
Well, we will stand in the gap for that.
Mm-hmm.
Over my yes. Allie,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to take a quick break to get a message from Liberty Cigars. Make sure you guys go to libertycigars.com. Support your out-of-pocket ladies by using promo code OpenMic. You'll save 10%. We'll be right back with more out-of-pocket after this.
Go grab your coffee.
From the heart of Marietta, Georgia, comes a tribute to the spirit of liberty. Liberty Cigars, where history meets craftsmanship. Each cigar tells a story. The Founders Collection honors the visionaries who shaped a nation. The President's House Collection celebrates the leaders who steered it. And the Naval Series salutes the heroes who defended it. Handcrafted with precision, each blend mirrors the essence of its namesake. From the boldness of George Washington to the elegance of Thomas Jefferson. Indulge in a moment of reflection. Light a Liberty cigar and savor the legacy. Discover your story at libertycigars.com because every great nation deserves a great cigar. Liberty Cigars, smoke the history. And don't forget to use promo code OpenMic for 10% off your order.
Smoke the history. I like that.
Thomas Sowell. It is hard to imagine a more stupid or more dangerous way of making decisions than by putting those decisions in the hands of people who pay no price for being wrong.
Like blanket immunity?
Yeah, well, it says here, this is Tuttle Twins. If you're not following Tuttle Twins on any social media
Mhm.
platforms, you probably should. And Tuttle
Yeah.
Twins is an amazing curriculum. It's an amazing store that you can go and buy books for your children to learn about the Constitution, to learn about our country, to learn about laws. They even have a cartoon that is really, really super cute for
Oh,
kids.
good. Oh, good.
It's really interesting. And you can watch it on YouTube. But it says when people can make decisions without facing the consequences, bad ideas thrive, and real life accountability teaches wisdom. When the
Mm.
cost of being wrong falls on someone else, the quality of decisions degrades predictability. That's not a political observation, it's a structural one, and it's one of the most important economic ideas a kid can learn.
I love that. It's accountability.
Absolutely. And
Accountability.
accountability is in the Bible. So
I love
that part, like Congress spending other people's money on other people.
If you guys don't know, like sometimes you can hear or feel like this unction in your spirit. That's like the Holy Spirit. Well, we've got Zach in our ear as well, and it's so funny because how people end up in your work sphere.
Mhm.
It's like he literally is the other part of our brain sometimes, and he fixes my spelling.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That
So much. Thank you for that, Zach. So, can we talk a little bit about these funny memes that we keep seeing with Marco Rubio sitting on the couch?
Oh
First of all,
gosh.
if you ever catch somebody that like has a picture of you that's maybe the wrong angle, you don't really like it that much, and then you imagine it becoming a meme that catches fire across the nation,
across the world.
and you're like, but I didn't like that picture. Why are you
Yeah.
reposting it?
Yeah.
Take a listen to Marco Rubio, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as he's asked the question about that infamous or famous couch photo. Take a listen.
The meme thing, was interesting because when it first came out, I hated that picture, because what happened is in that couch, if you don't have a pillow behind your back, you kind of sink. So I looked at the pictures, oh, this is terrible. I looked, like whatever. And then it turned into this other thing, and it was fine and it's funny. I don't really follow it very closely, but people have shown me pictures out there. We have a good friend here that works at the White House, Dan Scavino, made a nice board for me. And even since he made that board, we had to update it, so of all the different pictures. So that stuff is funny.
I love that our administration, the people that are serving in our administration, have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
It kind of does help, like take a little bit of like you gotta have a little bit of sense of humor to deal with the stress and the seriousness
Yeah.
of the job and of the situation in that we find ourselves a lot of time.
Yeah.
And even through life, you can kind of laugh
Laugh at the
laugh your
tragedy.
trauma and tragedy away.
Tragedy,
I mean,
like, well, that was
that's why they're called tragic comedies. If you've ever seen or
yeah.
read Shakespeare or read some of the greats, like it is like that. I mean, it's why I've been thinking about, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes when you go through seasons like that, traumatic, tragic, and then you put pen to paper and write about write about it. Sometimes there's somebody else that you have no knowledge of that can get a lot from that by sharing your story.
It's like comedians exist a lot.
Just laugh about it.
But honestly, a lot of what comedians talk about is their trauma. It's traumatizing. Their lives are like it's wild. I mean, some of them are not great at it. Some of them you're like, you can watch some of their stuff and you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not great.
No. Yeah.
You need some help. But others you're like, oh, that was funny. And I could totally relate to that. And that's hilarious. So
this reminds me of like, if you guys have seen any of the old footage from the Kennedy family and the Kennedy dynasty, and think what you want about the Kennedys. I'm not saying that they were squeaky clean at all, but they are Americana. They are iconic. And even through some of the, Bay of Pigs things that Kennedy was going through, President Kennedy was going through, you see that this footage of him and his, I don't know, 150 brothers. It's a big family that are all out, in Camelot. They're all outside throwing the football around, like just kind of trying to just like, I don't know, have some normalcy. Like, I think this is why presidents in the past have played golf. This is why some of the first families have had a dog in the White House. Like, at some point, you just have to try to you got to make light of some things because it's a very, very heavy job. I'm hearing me say that, and I'm like, we need to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make sure that we have our, what do you call them? Like our however you decompress.
Mm-hmm. 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 Everybody should.
You ever just preach to yourself? Like, I got it. I don't know who else that was for, but I got it. I got it. Well, we have talked a lot on the show in the last week or so about Senator Josh Hawley because he has been out of pocket.
It's so good.
Out of pocket. So if
It's
you've
been so good.
if you've been watching anything with Fauci,
Sorry, Zach, I'm trying.
and with Fauci on Capitol Hill, you've seen a lot of our senators get bold enough to in some of their questioning. This was something I thought was pretty interesting. It's not from this last go round with Fauci, but take a listen as Senator Josh Hawley confronts a federal judicial nominee. This is somebody that was nominated for the Senate Judiciary Committee. Take a listen.
Why did you argue that religious services, religious people pose a greater risk of infection than people gathered to argue for defunding the police?
The policies restricted all types of activity in the district.
All types of activity in the district?
Yes, Senator.
Did it restrict mass protests in the district?
I don't believe it said anything one way or another.
Of course it didn't, because it didn't accept mass protests. If you want to come and protest and defund the police, if you want to support that, that's fine. You can gather en masse, person to person, close up, thousands of people. That's okay. You know the facts. You were a good lawyer. Why'd you lose?
Senator.
Oh, come on, Judge. Don't make me do this. Mayor Bowser was going to mass protests herself personally with thousands of people. At the same time she was doing that, she was prohibiting churches from gathering socially distanced outside wearing masks.
That's communism. You're welcome. I love that he was like, how did you lose? Oh, come on. You were a
Don't
good
make
lawyer.
me do this.
And then I find it hilarious that it's Mayor Bowser. Like, really? Peaches, 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 peaches. Like, that's where my head went with that. Sorry.
Well, and
Not
so,
sorry.
what I love what he's, and they hate that you point out
Yeah.
something that took place 5 or 6 years ago, but how else do you judge people? How else do you know them but by their fruit?
Mm.
And so going back and saying you tried a case
Mm-hmm.
where you lost,
Mm-hmm.
and how did you lose? How did you lose that case? And he's saying, because pointing out, because you can't tell people that they have to stand 6 feet apart in social distance and not be able to worship in mass, and then have it not pertain to protests.
Just like you can't not require, or you can't, because that was terrible English. Just like you can't
Words.
just like how Mandami is saying no IDs for voting, but IDs
For shopping.
for shopping in grocery stores, because we need to make sure that only New Yorkers are participating in our grocery program. But anybody can vote in our elections.
One is constitutional and the other is not. I had this question posed to me the other day. And I'm grateful for the question because I'm grateful for the chance to answer. But with all of your anti-vaccine rhetoric
Lord Jesus.
and your conspiracy mind towards elections and
What?
COVID, I was like, I'm sitting there like, let me just take my shoes off and get ready for this. How are you going to behave as an elected person if, God forbid, we go through that again?
The same way I have behaved when I wasn't elected.
You know what I said, Allie?
What'd you say?
I said, there are 2 things that I'm bound by. 3 things for me, but 2 things technically. My
law.
faith,
Yeah.
the U.S. Constitution, and the state constitution.
Yep, that's it.
None of them touch on covering somebody else's face.
Yep.
So I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
None of them say I have to shove a needle in somebody's arm against their will.
Yep.
So I'm not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them say that I should be talking to your child about sex. So I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
I can't believe that we have drifted so far that we actually have elected representatives that think that is within their wheelhouse.
It's not.
It's a very short document.
Stay in your lane, Linda. Listen, Linda.
Oh, that's cute.
Listen.
I told somebody that the other day. I was like, you sound vaccinated. Oop. And she was like, well, I did take the first one, but then I didn't. And I was like, well, okay, then you're forgiven. But it's very small documents. The state constitution is very thin here in Florida, and the U.S. Constitution is not rocket science to be able to read and interpret. So,
I mean, our state constitution is actually one of the better ones throughout the nation.
we mention God, our creator, with a capital C a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's pivot a little bit now to behind every good man is a good woman, and behind every successful man is a woman who's probably been praying and interceding. But then you have this.
And then what
couple.
happens when she no longer does? Ooh. Oh, sorry.
That could be a whole segment, right? When you,
I need a faith leader. Calling all faith leaders. Would you like to have a conversation about that?
What should they dial? Where's our phone? Oh, we lost our Lego phone.
Oh, the little one.
The little one took it.
My
Well-
mini me. She, hi, Big B. That's what she says to me.
Yesterday we were talking. Actually, the whole week we've been talking
They've
about.
been pretending to call Anthony Fauci. It's hilarious. I should have recorded
You
it.
should be.
I
recording
should
that.
have.
You should be recording that. Can you imagine? We've been talking about Anthony Fauci and what he's, potentially. Well, we'll get into it later about being held in contempt. But I asked the other day, is he married? Because it just dawned on me, like I don't hear much about his wife at all. And I know
Possibly
Zach
on purpose.
Well, yeah, Zach, you pointed out because you're Google. You probably Googled.
He reminded us.
That's like, yes, she is. But here is why you don't hear about his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Christine Grady. She's the head of NIH bioethics. They are
Hold
the
up.
company.
Wait.
No, keep it there. Go ahead.
She's the head of bioethics.
Like when things are ethical, like growing viruses and making them stronger in the lab. They are the company, though, Allie, that approves drugs for the FDA.
To Google. Sorry, go ahead.
Approves drugs for the FDA.
Of course. So,
I mean,
how did COVID-19 vaccination, I use loosely,
ouchie, ouchie,
get approved for FDA, get FDA approval? Was it because of her?
Well,
talk about.
She works for the same agency her husband directed while driving nationwide lockdowns mandates. Yeah, this setup kind of sounds, not only does it sound like nepotism at its finest, but how can you have one person be the one that controls the FDA approval and the finance behind it, and the other person is in the lab cooking up gain of function research? Like that, there's nothing could go wrong with that recipe, right?
Everything goes wrong with that recipe, and that should not have happened. That should not, like, you know how when you can't have a judge and a lawyer in the same room that are related, you can't have
testify against, you
right.
can't be forced to testify against your husband.
No, that's not my point. My point is that if you can't, there are situations where, and I can't remember what this is called. God help me, because I think y'all are understanding what I'm trying to say here. But when you have this dichotomy of someone that is on one side and someone else that is related is on the other side, like for example, a judge and a lawyer, you can't be in the same, you can't litigate that.
Mm-hmm.
That one person has to recuse himself.
Yes.
You can't have a family member
Right.
on the judge or on the jury if someone is being, is the
Right.
plaintiff or is
Right.
the defendant. You can't do that because of the situation. So it muddies the waters.
Yes.
And that's exactly what this is.
Nobody.
So bioethics is the study of moral, social, and legal questions that arise from advances in biology, medicine, and technology. It evaluates how human life and health should be treated, balancing scientific progress with human rights, safety, and dignity. Now get this, core principles are autonomy.
Oh, we weren't given any of that.
Respecting a patient's right to make independent choices about their care.
We weren't given that either.
Beneficence, acting in the best interest of the patient or research subject. None of us were given the option
to be
to participate in this research.
I did not consent to being a research subject.
Non-malfeasance.
Oh, they
ensuring the treatment or research do not cause unnecessary harm. We all know now, especially with this 10,000 page diary,
dear diary,
that is exactly what they knew they were doing. Justice, the last core principle. Fair distribution of healthcare resources and equal treatment for all individuals. Now, that doesn't mean that every person that is diagnosed with this illness, generated, however you want to say it, gets the same treatment like forced remdesivir because that's how I say it.
Right.
And forced
Ventilators.
ventilators, right? Because we all know that is what killed everybody. So,
But that's why the left hijacked the language with equality and equity.
Yep.
Because
it's not the
equality
same
is
thing.
not the same. Equity means everybody's getting a vent.
Yep.
Equality means I'm going to make sure everybody gets what they need.
So how is, my God, and it just goes on, like key areas of issues: medical ethics, research ethics, genetics, gene editing, cloning, and genomic data privacy. Guys, so she had full knowledge of everything that was going on, and
She gave the okay.
she gave the okay, because how does the right hand not know what the left hand is doing?
And yes, exactly. So these two positions that her and her husband had were meant to work independently and in a sort of checks and balances. When you've got this is such a conflict of interest. Yes. Okay. Look at us figuring it out 10 minutes because we're good like that.
I can't. I have like
No, it's
mom
good.
brain.
It's good. But that is such a glaring conflict of interest that I don't understand how that was allowed to happen. But this is what happens when
Why is
that's
she
allowed
not?
to happen.
Why was she not subpoenaed for Congress?
I mean, let's do it.
Why has
Let's
she?
do it because she stood behind the ethical portion of
Rand Paul.
every step of the way. There should have been a Christine Grady saying,
Hey,
I don't think we should do that.
so call to action.
Mm.
How about we all email Senator Rand Paul and ask him to bring forward a subpoena to have Christine Grady testify in Congress?
Why do they never change their last name? Why isn't she Christine Fauci?
We know why.
They do that stuff on purpose.
They do it on purpose. Oh, oy vey. I'm done.
Oy vey.
I want to throw my chancla because
Well, okay, you want to know who else is done? And listen,
Oh.
I don't typically first of all, Aaron Rodgers is a Green Bay Packer, and I have issues with them, but I don't usually watch a lot. Well, yeah, I do watch a lot of NFL, but I don't usually listen to athletes and their opinions on politics, but
There we go.
Freaking funny.
yeah.
She's like, I know she'll find it. She'll get to the point. Give my sis time.
Because
She'll find
I'm like, everything you're saying, like, that's a lie. That's a lie. Where's the truth, ma'am?
never mind. Oh. Yeah, I like the Zach. Zach said pay attention to the crowd too. Okay, take a look. Libs of TikTok is posting and sharing what Aaron Rodgers had to say. Roll clip.
A couple times today, because you've been very open about coming back for this year, last rodeo, and you talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Gotta love that guy.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Hey, it's back,
Are
baby.
you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a
times.
pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times
Yeah.
at the White House. What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question.
Yeah.
What are we
it,
doing?
baby.
And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding? Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard
Nah, I
anything.
bet they didn't.
But on that note,
And there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your
Whoa.
camp? Did your network spend on
our
that?
network.
I wish I
How
could
much time did you
Go back to
spend?
Fauci. I wish I could Fauci. This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci?
Yeah.
Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and the science?
Hold on now.
Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous? You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note,
What are you going to say about me now?
Debate him,
What are you going to say about me
no,
now?
I got no debate here. You had a 500.
No, seriously, what are they going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. I'm I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now?
I want to let you know, it's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last couple.
It's been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a part in there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay, we have 4 minutes until the heart out.
Yeah, I got 4 more minutes. But we can keep this shit going. We can keep it going.
Anything else?
I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Perfect.
They were trying to reel it in, like, oh my
He
god.
was just going. Oh wow.
But think about it.
Loved that. And
Yep.
the crowd was like eating it up.
You can't.
That's amazing.
Because people have seen the puppet strings.
Yeah, no.
And they're like done. And the way he's like, how much time did they spend on Aaron Rodgers and his vaccination status? And how do you feel about this? And why aren't you public about this? And why don't you say? He's like, and then Kelsey and Taylor Swift, like we had to hear all that, but they're not going to spend any time on this. And he just kept circling back.
Yep.
To Fauci. And
I love how he looked at the camera. Was like, what about you, ESPN? Because that's what he's on. He's not on CNN. He's on ESPN, and ESPN did spend a lot of time talking about vaccination status and how we need to 6 feet apart and how this and how that and all this stuff. So I love that Aaron Rodgers brought that out. He may be a part of, the Green Bay Packers that you do not like, but he's a good football player. And so at the end of the day, it is what it is. And he said what he said, and you can either like it or don't, but
it's
nobody
not
cares.
It's not his fault.
I
The
loved it.
McCaskey family does a terrible job of recruiting people for the Chicago Bears. So
It really was great. It was great. I loved his responses, and I loved it how he just.
And I loved the crowd's response. And I love to watch people on live TV, the host and people, those of you in media, try sweat bullets to try to get a grip on your guest when they're like, no, I'm not shutting up. And he said, I got 4 minutes.
He's like, he said, I got more for. I could do 4 more minutes of ragged.
They're like, oh, we're up against a hard break.
Ooh, we need an Anthony Fauci roast.
Oh my gosh! And I bet Brady.
Brandon Straka. Brandon Straka. Do you want to do an Anthony Fauci roast? Can we do that, please? Like MAGA patriots or people like that come to. Can we do a roast of Anthony Fauci? We can have a giant cutout of him sitting in the chair, and we could just roast him. Because everybody needs to get this out.
That's therapy. That is therapy.
You know what I'm
make
saying?
You feel better?
Can we do it? Because we did it when we did walkaways first. It would be a fundraiser.
Yes.
And it could go to the victims.
Yep. I love that.
Or to something else.
Or like to help those that are trying to run a class action lawsuit against like.
Sure. We can figure out where the money will go to. But I think that is a great idea.
Oh, we know people.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
I love y'all.
Coming soon to a place near you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll be live on Out of Pocket.
I'm trying to keep my inner Toxica from texting. Oh, so you're going to plead the fifth?
Do it. No, just kidding.
I want to so bad. I'm not gonna.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Out of Pocket with Allie and Michelle. We're
Don't be
grateful for you
toxic,
guys.
ladies.
Keep it toxic.
No.
Keep it real. But because sometimes they like toxic. I'm just saying. If you've been the good girl, you understand.
Well, it's funny because it's like you see those memes where it's the girl, she's like, I'm toxic, and he's like, I'm the antidote. You're like, well,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Not like real bad toxic, just fun. Just fun. Enough to keep you on your toes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Follow
Go watch Spider-Man. It's a great show. I'm sorry.
Follow at Real Allie Leger, at Michelle Posey, and at Out of Pocket Live on all platforms. Thank you, Talk Red. I don't know how you do it. You put up with us for a very long
They
time.
love us because we're funny.
Sure, we'll go with that. Not because we're toxic. Not at all. Nope. We love you guys. Keep that mic open.
And stay out of pocket. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Two queens, no filter. Say what they feel. Allie and Michelle keep it way too real. Politics, family, yeah.